Welcome, everybody. Welcome and happy Friday. It is Friday. It's 2 p.m. Eastern. We are breathing in the first weekend air of this week. So, yeah, just, waft that your way. Happy weekend. Enjoy whatever you happen to be doing this weekend. I hope it's fun. But for today, for this live stream, we're going to be putting together the ultimate cable package. And now there are other things. There are other things we could be doing today. There's some news items. Roku just came out with their investor report for Q2, and well, it was interesting to say the least. But investor reports they don't make for always the best, live stream. So I was sitting there thinking, what could we do? And I saw some article where somebody put together their ultimate cable package, and I looked at it and I was like, or not cable, streaming, their ultimate streaming package. Sorry, have I been saying cable this whole time? Because I just wrote down cable on this page we're going to be working on. Anyway, and it was ridiculous. It was awful. And I was like, you know what? My viewers and I can do better. So that's what we're going to do. You and I are going to put together the ultimate streaming bundle. We're going to talk about, which apps and what should be in there and why, and who the target audience is for this. So it should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. And of course, I'll be answering your questions along the way. To give you an idea, let's see, I've got this document that we're going to be working on. I've only just kind of just started putting it together, but yeah, it's going to be the ultimate streaming bundle. We can even bump that up a little bit so you can see it better. We're going to be first of all inserting things into entertainment, sports, and news. Those are the big categories. If there are other categories I'm missing, I want you to let me know. But we'll fill these in. We'll talk about what the price of all these apps is, and then we'll get to whittling down like what would be the ultimate streaming package. Okay, so all right. With that in mind, let's see. I'll keep that up so that there we go. So that people kind of know what we're gonna be doing. But before we do that, hello everybody. Oh gosh, there are so many of you who are here right on the dot, and so it's hard for me to keep up. William, Greg, Derek, Arcelia, David, Paul, Socrates, Sylvia. Did I say no? Not Sylvia. Yeah, Mel, Michael, Stacy, Flynn, Thomas. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Frayden's here. All right, so I think we've got enough people to get started. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is figure out, do we have the right categories? Okay, so if we're going to put together a bundle, well, actually, no, I'm sorry. The first thing we should do is figure out what our target household is. You can see I've got a couple numbers here that we can work with, as we think about this. But anyway, the target household. What's the average household? Let's see. Average American household makeup. The average size of a family consisted of 3.13 persons. Okay, wow. Y'all are only having one kid. I had two. I did my repopulation duty, I guess. Okay, so target household, 3 people. I should say average. Should we say it's a family of 4? Let's see. Well, okay, yeah. So I have the first package. We have not gotten to what this is going to be yet. So yeah, we'll put some more stuff in there. But good thought, Tony. So let's see. What's 10 plus 10? Is that how many kids you have? Tell me that's how many kids you have. They can make a show about you. Okay, so let's see. Anyway, where was I? Target household. Let's say two parents, 2 kids, and like 1 younger kid and 1 teenager. Okay, so 2 kids. We'll call them like 8 and say 13. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so that just to give us an idea of, okay, as we're building this ultimate bundle, it's going to be different for everybody, obviously, but we're not going to build the ultimate bundle for a college kid. We're not going to build the ultimate bundle for, a retiree couple with, empty nesters. Those things are going to look a little bit different, right? We're going to try to average this out as much as we can, okay? So Let's see. We've got entertainment. We need entertainment. We need sports potentially, and we need news potentially. So yeah, we'll fill in some more of these. Oh, with whatever we want. So as I do this a lot. If I'm trying to remember, gosh, what streaming apps are out there? I just look at my TV and try to remember. So we need to get Pluto, Roku, Peacock. Yeah, there's a lot to add in here. Pluto. Oh, come on. You can type. Peacock. Who else am I missing? You guys, am I just copying the Hank's household? No, my kids are a little younger than that. Yeah, they're a little younger than that. Okay. No live math. Absolutely. Well, yeah, we'll do some live arithmetic. I got not yelled at, but chastised once for calling addition and subtraction math. And it was like a math major, a mathematician who was like, that's not math, that's arithmetic. So I guess maybe today we'll do some live arithmetic. News on. Okay, that's a good one for news. Okay. News on. That's good. Paramount Plus. Thank you. Paramount Plus. Let's see. Oh, Freevee. Somebody said Freevee. Tubi. How could I forget Tubi? Obviously. Discovery Plus. Okay. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Okay. I think we're good. As you think of more, let me know. And we are going to go for kind of the more. Let's pull that off. We're going to go for the bigger names. Okay, so I know that there are a bajillion streaming apps out there, but we're gonna kind of keep it to the basic stuff. So yeah. Anyway, so if you think of things like FilmRise. FilmRise is perfectly great, but I'm gonna kind of say, okay, we've got the Roku channel and Tubi and whatnot, and like they kind of cover this category of free commercial supported streaming, right? So I think we're good there. So Netflix, what are they charging now? $15.50 for the middle package. Now Hulu, and don't worry, we'll get to the other bundles there, but Hulu is what is it? $7 for the for the with commercials package. HBO with commercials is $10. We'll call that 10, 15. Disney's up to 8. Prime Video is just under $10. Let's call it 9. Let's just call it $9. I think if you do the video only, it's about $9. Apple TV Plus holding strong at 5. Thank you, Apple. About the only time I've ever said those words. Pluto TV free. Roku channel free. Oops. Peacock. Oh boy. Free or 5 or 10. Okay. Paramount Plus. What are they? $6 a month? Plus pricing. I want to say is it $6 a month? No, it's down to 5. Okay, they did drop it to 5. Oh, good. I can never, you guys, at a certain point, these numbers and names all start running together, right? Okay, free Discovery Plus, I think is still at $5. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, Netflix is getting expensive, says Juan. Yeah, no, it is. The thing is, I can also do, I think it's 20 for the 4K package, but and there is another one. There's an SD, a standard def package for like $12 or something like that. But it would be a very, very specific circumstance for me to ever recommend this standard def package. Basically, the only time I would ever do that if somebody says I exclusively, and I mean exclusively, watch TV on my phone. Like, I think that would be stupid. But I mean, for me, okay, it's probably not stupid. I think it would be odd. But if somebody said, yeah, I'm only ever going to watch Netflix on my phone, then I'd be like, okay, you can get away with standard def. It's not going to look as good as it could, but you can get away with it. Anything 32 inches and above, you're gonna need at least HD. Okay. Let's see. Okay, and then we can talk about, let's see, ESPN Plus just jacked up its price, and so it's now at $7 a month. There is an annual plan, but we're gonna stick with monthly costs right now. Except for the league apps. Those get weird. Okay, the league apps get weird. Okay. These are all free. Okay. Free. All right, there we go. All right, so, Vudu has a good amount of free movies. That's not a bad. Yeah, okay. All right, we'll add Vudu. I don't want to get carried away, but yeah, I think Vudu is a good one to add in there. Oh gosh, and now you guys see, there's so many. Oh boy, okay, we do have another category, you guys. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do let's see. We'll call them cable replacements. Okay. And then this one, what am I doing? 15 here. Okay. So we've got Sling, we've got Fubo, we've got YouTube TV, and we've got Hulu Live. Sling is still sitting strong. We'll call it $50 because you're gonna want to get both the orange plus blue if you want a real cable replacement. Fubo is, what are they at? Is it 65 or 70? For the base package, I'm thinking base package, and I just need to double check. Yeah, it's at $70 a month now. You guys, it's at $70 a month. Oh. Okay, and we're gonna get to all, we're gonna be talking about all this in just a moment, but we're still just building out the list. Ooh, Discovery Plus, $7 for ad free. Yeah, that is a good one to remember. Ugh. Okay, it is complicated. The people who complain about it being complicated, they have a point. YouTube TV is still at $65 a month, and then Hulu with live TV is okay. I saw a different number. I think they're at 70. I'm just double checking. Hulu with live TV, $70 a month. Okay. All right. So first things first. Now that we've got some stuff down here, we're gonna get DirecTV streaming. I think we've got enough. You're right. There are some other ones, but these are gonna stand in pretty well. DirecTV's packages, DirecTV streaming, those are even more expensive. So these will be good stand-ins. So yeah, things like, so Kirk brings up a good one, Magellan TV. There's a million little apps out there. We're sticking to the major ones for now, or at least, as major as is reasonable. I think. Okay, I didn't put Redbox on there, but that would be on the border. Like Redbox isn't as popular as some of the other free apps, so we're keeping it to the major ones, even as we acknowledge, yeah, there are some other smaller ones in there. Okay, so now that we've got that, let's look at our average cable bill, $217.42 a month. So if you're, and I understand this this audience here for this stream, you guys probably, most of you don't have cable. Some of you probably do. But let's see. How much do we want to save? Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go with, we are factoring this in. So the average internet bill, $60 a month. But still, I think I'd like to get this down to, let's see, if we did, maybe we'll do two different, okay, so we'll do $70 a month, or we want to save $100 a month. Okay, so that would put us at 150, or was a 120. We'll call it 120. Okay, so those are our two budgets. Okay, so we have either $120 a month or $150 a month. By the way, this is good. You guys are getting a peek into how I actually kind of do this when I, if I'm creating a video and I'm doing the kind of like, here's how to create the perfect bundle or something. This is basically how I do it. So, a little peek behind the curtain. Are you adding in internet cost? Yes, I am. So that's where we get to the average internet bill being $60 a month. That means we have either 60 or $90 a month to work with if we, to do streaming, if we want to save that much money, right? So what does that mean? If we have, here, let's actually move this up. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's highlight that one because that's going to be kind of our our budget for streaming, right? Because we are adding in the average internet bill at about $60 a month. So if this is our budget and this is our internet bill, then this is about how much we have to work with. Okay, so with that in mind, that's why I don't even think of these anymore, you guys. Somebody said Sling TV, and I was like, oh my gosh, how did I not think of cable replacements? But I don't. I just don't think of them anymore because, when I'm building a bundle like this, this is why. Okay, we have $60 to work with. You can afford Sling TV, orange plus blue. Is it still 50 or did they bump it up to 55? I need to double check. I think it's still 50. So. And then have your first month. Yeah, $50 a month. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I was right. So yeah, that's how we're adding in the internet cost. This will be a challenge. Exactly. And this is why I tell people if you want to save money, if it's about saving money, basically get rid of this entire category. Okay. So we're just going to kind of, we're going to red that one out. No cable replacements for us. Okay. You could do, if you had $90 to work with, you could throw one in there, but then it just eats up so much of your entertainment budget. Let's see, $60 for internet only seems pretty generous nowadays, as in you pay less. Because I'll tell you, I pay a little more. I am blessed with municipal fiber here, so I am happy to pay a little bit extra because I get really, really good internet. So yeah, for me it seems like $60 is about right. This was from the folks over at, I think I got this number from move.org. They do a lot of okay, so if you're going to be moving, here's what you are, the utilities you need to worry about, and internet cost is one of them. So they kind of have their fingers in the pies of lots of different geographical regions across the country. Whoa, $135 for internet alone. Yeah, that's a lot. And this is a great point. Remember, with Sling TV, you have to provide your own locals. It is very frustrating. But that's kind of how they keep the cost down, right? Like, you do have to contract, if you're YouTube TV or Hulu Live, whatever, you do have to contract with Sinclair and, whatever other companies own the local stations. You still have to sign a contract, even though it's available for free over the airwaves. If you want to stream it, you got to pony up. And so that's one way that Sling keeps its costs down. But it does make it less valuable, I think, than... or less, I guess that might be an okay word for it, than the others. Let's see. Do I think they'll buy the Indiana Jones rights back from Paramount? I don't know. Good question, but I have no idea. Okay. Holy smokes. Old school, they bundle with Frontier. Landline, internet, and cable, they pay $300, give or take $10. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of money. Okay. Unfortunately, cable replacement is what you need for most live sports. All right. So let's skip down to the sports section. Is that true? Kind of. Kind of. Between ESPN Plus, the league apps, I think the Olympic channel just got shut down, but still, you've got what's the other one I'm thinking of? Gosh, did it go away? What's the other sports one I'm thinking of? Oh, you guys, we could have put Plex on there, but that's all right. Okay, yeah, well, whatever. So I'm not sure that this is true, because with the cable replacement, that does make it the easiest way to do it. But it depends on what live sports you want to watch. If what you're looking for is your local hometown team, which I guess those are two different things, because my hometown team is the Mariners, but my local team is nobody. Apparently the Rockies. So yeah, those are different things. Let's see. So it's what you need for most live sports. I'm not sure that that's true, and because I've been watching live sports for years now without one of those cable replacements. But you do run into situations where you don't get a specific game, or a specific series, and that is frustrating. So I do understand that. Oh, what was I going to say? Something about that. I guess whatever. I feel your pain. I find ways around it, either by watching out of market games with the league apps. Like the NHL, you can get every out of market NHL game on ESPN Plus, $7 a month. It's so cool. So yeah, I'm not sure that that's true. But okay, but it's something for us to keep in mind. We'll come back to that. Okay. Fox Sports. I just that goes in the same bucket as ESPN. If you want to watch ESPN or Fox Sports, then yeah, you're going to need a cable replacement most likely. And that's just kind of the way it goes. So yeah, I mean, you could be like, if you want to watch college football, Sling TV might be a good one. For $50 a month, you get ESPN. I think you get ESPN2. I don't know if you get ESPNU. I can't remember off the top of my head. Sling, View All. Do you get ESPN? Yeah, no, you don't get ESPNU. So yeah, that would be the cheapest option, but probably you'd end up going with YouTube TV for the sake of its DVR. Really good DVR. I mean, they all have good DVRs at this point, but that one still might be the best. Anyway, okay, we're getting hung up on sports. All right, let's go to entertainment. So again, we've got let's say we've got $60 to work with. We really want to save some money. The big question these days, and apparently a lot of people are asking this, is what about Netflix? Do we go for Netflix? It's very expensive. It's still the standard. I mean, that is 200 million subscribers. Can't be wrong. I mean, maybe they could, but yeah. Do we go for Netflix? Do we bundle Hulu and Disney Plus and ESPN Plus? Let's see. Because that one is sitting. They bumped it up to what, $14 a month? Yeah, $14 a month. Okay. Let's see. Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and what was and Hulu. That's $14 a month. Okay, so we'll put that kind of off to the side. For me, if I have $60 to spend, I'm gonna put this one kind of off to the side. I'm gonna say maybe on this one. Maybe we'll do Netflix. I think HBO Max is actually that's a green for me. You guys tell me what you think. Okay, is what are I can't remember, Sylvia. I can't remember if the Olympic channel was shut down or if it's going to be shut down soon. But yeah, I think it was announced that they're not gonna use that. The cost to live stream Ultimate Frisbee is ridiculous. You know what? I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not, but I love Ultimate Frisbee. I think it's a delightful sport. MLB is $129 per season. That's true. So yeah, somebody says you're paying all that money for baseball. I do gladly, happily. I love baseball more than most things. So you think about that over 6 months of baseball. It's what's that, $20 a month? So it's not so bad. Okay, Disney Plus. That's definitely like, okay, I think Disney Plus, we've got to have that, especially because don't forget, this is our target household, right? So we're gonna kind of awkwardly highlight that one. All right, that's our target household. So Disney Plus is a must. But where did we go? That's gonna get a green. Prime Video, we'll come back to that. Okay, Apple TV Plus, that's like a maybe. Okay, Pluto, like anything free, like obviously, just go ahead and download it. It's freaking free, right? Peacock is, that's a tough one. We'll come back to that. Paramount Plus, that's a maybe. Freebie, Tubi, that's a maybe. These are both. Oh no, I'm sorry. Those are frees. What am I doing? That's yeah. Anything free is getting a green. Light. Discovery Plus is a maybe. It really depends on the household. So we're gonna put that one in a maybe column, and then Peacock, the free one, definitely gets a green. But do you sign up for the others? Okay. So and again, that's going to be household dependent. All right, so if we just did the stuff that we know we're going to get, or that we're pretty sure we're going to get, if we did, oh gosh, where am I at? I want a calculator. Okay. If we did that, we've got, call it $15 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. Okay, so that's only $30. Everything highlighted in yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and say, you know, as I was saying before in a video I did a few weeks ago, Prime Video is the best value in streaming. So I'm going to give that one a green. So we're going to +9 on that. We're up at $39 now here. But now, what happens if we say, you know, we want to do, yeah, we want to add Hulu in there. Maybe we can just do the bundle, right? So we're gonna do the bundle, and we'll take Disney Plus off. There we go, none. And that should do it for our bundle. Okay, and now we've got so we've got Netflix plus HBO Max, Prime Video, Apple TV Plus, Paramount Plus, Discovery Plus, and then the bundle. Okay, so with that would be $63 a month if we did all of those. Okay, so we gotta knock something off. Is that right? Did I do that right? 10 plus 9 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 14. Yeah, $63. Okay, so we got to take something off of there. And I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear a single one of you say Apple TV Plus. How dare you? I can already see you typing, take off Apple TV Plus. I refuse. If I had to say one of these needed to go, let's see. What do we already have with Disney Plus and Hulu? We've got that. Let's take Netflix off, you guys. Let's take Netflix off. And that puts us down to what did I say, minus $15. So this is the live math that we're not supposed to do, right? So then it was at $47. Is that right? Oh my gosh, or $48, I guess. $47.50. So $48. Hey, that's a pretty good bundle. Okay, so we've got a little bit of sports in there. We're leaving room for some league apps if we feel like we need it. We've got the news stuff, right? So, okay. So I'm liking this quite a bit. We've got HBO Max, with commercials. We've got Prime Video We've got Apple TV Plus. Oops. Let's keep these on the same line. We've got, we don't need to worry about, well, no, let's, Pluto TV, Roku channel, Peacock, free. We've got Paramount Plus, because I think they do have better, they usually have a better selection of movies and whatnot over Peacock. That's just, again, this is all personalized, right? So I would rather pay for Paramount Plus and stick with the free version of Peacock. Call me crazy. Let's see, Paramount Plus, Freevee, Tubi, Freevee, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm struggle bussing today. Discovery Plus with commercials. And I should probably label that with, was it Paramount Plus? That's with commercials, right? Am I crazy? And then Vudu. So that's a lot of apps. Oh, plus Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus. Amazing. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 apps that fit well within our budget. Okay. I love this kind of exercise because I love this kind of exercise because it's so illustrative to me of what happens when you take these out. And I don't let me put it this way. I don't have anything against like Dish, who owns Sling TV. I don't have anything against Fubo. I like the folks at Fubo. Nothing against YouTube TV, Hulu Live, anything like that. It's that old model. It's not that live TV is bad necessarily. It's just that the way that the old system, for lack of a better word, the old cartels set up the distribution of TV, it was so far away from advantageous for the likes of you and me. And so the new, what we could call these cord cutters, right? It gets a little, it gets a little iffy in the definitions. But a lot of times when we talk about cord cutters, we're talking about like cord cutting. We're talking about these cable replacements. Goodness. That's so small you can't even see my mouse. That's amazing. Yeah, when we talk about cord cutting, we're talking about cable replacements. When we talk about streaming, we're talking about like the on-demand stuff for the most part. And so once you take these out, oh my gosh, the world is your oyster. If you have $90 to work with, let's say you're only looking to save $70 a month off of that average bill, and you have $90 to work with. Let's see, actually, just out of curiosity, okay, we're going to see what it looks like if we get all of these things, okay? So on the entertainment side, let's say, and we're going to go, middle of the road package for Netflix. We'll do the commercial supported stuff for the others. So $10 a month for HBO Max. Let's see, the $9 for Prime Video, Apple TV Plus. Peacock, let's go ahead and do the $5 version of Peacock. $5 Paramount Plus, $5 Discovery Plus, and then the $14 Disney Plus bundle. You guys, if we do absolutely everything, let's see, $68.50 for all of the above. Okay, $68.50, and that's with a lot of the commercial supported stuff. Let's say, okay, I've got a few more bucks. I've got $22 or $21 to work with, and boy, I hate watching commercials with my HBO stuff. So I'm gonna bump that up. So now we're at $73.50. Okay, we still got room to go. I want Yeah, I hate commercials, so let's go ahead and do the $7 Discovery Plus. I hate commercials, so let's do the $10 Peacock. Um, just it's really amazing. Okay, so that would be all of the above, like the best version. Well, I guess not quite the best version of each. We want $450 on top of that, so $85 for all of the above. Plus 60 for internet. And that's going to give you, was that 145? 145 a month compared to the average cable bill of $217. So that still, to me, that sounds like a lot. But when we compare it to, the land of cable, sorry, I can hide that now. If we compare that to what else is out there, that is a screaming deal for that much entertainment, right? Now, let's say we want to cut this even further. We did this $48 bundle. We took out Netflix. Let's take out a few more, okay? Let's say we want to do. Oh, come on. We're gonna do HBO. Let's just do it this way. I'll grab HBO Max with commercials. Okay. Prime Video, like I said, it's not necessarily a must, but it's pretty close. We can even cut out Apple TV Plus, you guys. Okay. So Pluto, Roku, Peacock for free. Let's see. We're gonna cut out Paramount Plus. Freevee, Tubi. Yep, those are in there. Oops. And then we'll do, let's keep our bundle, the Disney Plus bundle, because it is a really good bundle. Okay, so if we did that, what are we sitting at here? You guys are just sitting here watching me do arithmetic live. Fun. Plus 9 plus 14. Amazing. That's $33. And you can swap in Netflix instead of HBO Max. You can play with that. But for my money, this right here this might be our ultimate bundle. You guys, is this our ultimate bundle? Do we give this like a bright green light? Let's say this is it. Okay, this is our ultimate bundle right here, I think. So yeah, tell me what you guys think of that. Again, amazing what you can do when you get away from the old regime of how to watch TV. So that's what, just over $100 a month for your internet plus your TV. And internet, obviously, that's going to be a different category because it's used for more than just your entertainment. So don't forget the cost of a mini fridge and composting toilet to put in your viewing room. Nice. This is people are saying good point. Absolutely. And I will join the chorus. This is a good thought from Paul. The fundamental problem with cable and satellite has never changed. 700 channels and you only watch 6 or 7. It was, there were studies done when I kind of first got into streaming, back in, and I don't just mean me like streaming stuff. I mean, when I started reviewing this back in 2015 or so, I think it was, there were some studies recently done at that point that showed that at most, people were watching up to 12 channels. And that, most people, it was about 6. And then like the high end of the bell curve, not the extreme end, but the higher end, you'd get up to like a 12 channel average. A lot of people only had 3 channels that they would ever watch. And this is a great point. And so this is why when we're building, I kind of try to keep this sort of thing in mind when we're building a bundle like this. This is already more than you could ever consume. The only thing that is worth considering, and I think this is worth considering, is that with something like this, we cut out Netflix, okay? And so for a lot of people, they're saying that's fine. I don't care about Netflix. I don't watch it that much. But you will miss out on some cultural touchstones, okay? So things like Stranger Things or Squid Game or Bridgerton or whatever it is that everybody's talking about now in our digital age of rapid culture, these things don't last that long. But I do think it's valuable for us to have things that we share, right, culturally, that we share across across our vast geography and our vast other differences as well. I do think that's valuable. So I don't want to poo-poo the idea of Netflix entirely. Obviously, I still have it, and I still watch it. But consider that. Do you feel like you're going to miss out? I don't think FOMO is a great reason to do much, but is it a fear of missing out, or is it just a desire to connect with other people? I think that's valuable. So anyway. What is going on? There is some weird stuff going on in the chat. This is where we needed that. I still haven't figured out how to get how to get Frayden in as a whatchamacallit, a mod, but we'll get there. Yeah, what is going on? Okay, the 5-channel problem is what was the hardest thing about keeping a DirecTV customer when I worked at the third-party call center. Oh my gosh, yeah, no, I can't even imagine. I worked at I didn't work in a retention department, but I did work customer service. It was actually in financial services, and it was rough. I can't imagine trying to convince somebody that no, you need this DirecTV package. That's tough. Share and streaming. I don't know. Maybe I said something horrible. Hey, there we go. 106 people. Yeah, we've got 112 on YouTube. We've got a few watching on Facebook as well. So yeah, thanks everybody, and yeah, go ahead and hit that like button. I really appreciate that. I'm a terrible YouTube personality. Am I a YouTube personality? I'm a personality on YouTube, but I'm not I don't know, whatever. But I'm bad at it. Like I forget to do things like that. Smash that like button, but I just don't think of it. Okay, so let's see. What did Mel W say? Let's see. I have YouTube TV because of the local channels. I so wish they would drop the price down to maybe $45 a month. Yeah, they have tiers, right? YouTube TV doesn't, but you go to like Fubo or the DirecTV, whatever they're calling it, DirecTV Stream, and they have tiers, but they start so high. Wouldn't it be great if you could get like a really pared down version, and get it much cheaper? What would we call that? Gosh, Sling TV might have called it a la carte TV back in the day until they got sued out of saying that. Oh boy. Okay, so good. I feel pretty happy with this. I feel pretty satisfied with the bundle we came up with. $48 a month, plus what did we say? 60 for internet, equals $108 a month. Amazing. Where the average household was paying before that $217. So we literally cut it more than in half. So anyway, all right, make your cases. Let me know what do you want to keep on there. YouTube TV is great, but pricey. Yeah, that's how I feel about all those. Yeah, I feel very much like that. The retention problem is why Sunday Ticket makes you subscribe for the full year and not just the season. Yep, everybody used to bail once football was over. There you go. Yeah, that's. I do wonder what's going to happen with DirecTV. I'm on the record, as saying for a long time that I think that actually satellite will stay around longer than cable. As a concept. I don't know what the companies will look like. Who knows? Maybe AT&T sells off DirecTV at some point. Whatever. Who knows what the names will be. But as an idea, as currently constituted, I think that the cable. How do I put it? If you can get cable TV, you can get cable internet. And if you can get cable internet, you don't need cable TV. Case in point, this. You don't need cable TV if you have cable internet, right? Satellite is a different beast. You may be in a position where, hey, I can't get, I live in a giant apartment building and it's not rigged up with great internet access, or I live in a rural area and I can't get cable out here. I can't get fiber internet. I'm stuck with satellite. And if you do have satellite internet, let me know how that's going for you these days. Actually, I haven't been keeping track, so I would be interested to know. But yeah, for that reason, I think satellite will have utility longer than cable TV. Yeah, what do you think? Okay, respond. Cut my parents' cost by 2/3. Yeah, there you go. Does Hulu have a bundle with HBO Max? They do not. HBO Max is so they have different ownership, right? So Hulu is majority owned by, or how does it work? It's at least run by Disney. There are still several stakeholders in it, but I think Disney is the majority stakeholder. I'm not 100% on that last point, but yeah, they're not able to bundle together. Okay. You can add it for $15 a month. Yeah, a lot of these. Roku is a good example where, or Prime, where you can do add-ons, and so you're paying for a certain channel or a certain streaming app through a different one. So Roku does that. Prime does that. Yeah, there's different ways you can do it. Yeah, drank the Kool-Aid, says Gary. Moved all my entertainment apps within Prime. One interface to deal with. Yeah, that's one interface to rule them all, right? If you're in it for simplicity, then absolutely. For me, it's if I've got my Roku tile layout, like that is familiar enough to me that I'm not that worried about it. It's that is one of the nice things about the Roku homepage versus something like the Fire TV homepage or the Google TV homepage, where it's it's just the apps in a tile layout. It's very, very, very simple. You don't have to navigate through a bunch of ads to get to the content you're looking for. So I've always liked Roku for that reason. Yeah. Anyway. As an employee at the DirecTV call center, the best benefit was free service and that 1 terabyte of DVR drive. There you go. Nice. Woo. Okay, Amazon Prime for $6.99 a month, low income price. Awesome. Let's see, Paramount Plus, Vudu, and pay as you go. Yeah. IMDb TV is now what do they call it? Freebie. It's now Freebie. Hulu for $13, so the commercial-free version. Now you're speaking my language. Lots of free TV movie apps. Yeah, so you've got your bundle dialed in. Love it. Okay. So this is interesting. David says that the stock price of Netflix and Roku keep falling. Somebody will scoop them up for cheap. So the question is, do we want to get into this? Is this something we want to talk about? Let's see if okay. So let's talk about it a little. Okay, Roku shares crater after company misses on earnings and warns of recessionary fears. The Q2 report came out. It honestly wasn't that bad, but excuse me, it wasn't that bad. But when investors get freaked out, they get really freaked out, right? So they plummeted more than 25% in extended trading. Let's see, blah 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 blah. Yeah, they missed on their revenue. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, everybody's fleeing. So that's what we're talking about here. So David says if the stock price keeps falling, somebody will scoop them up for cheap. I would be surprised. I would be shocked actually if Roku sold anytime soon. Because the thing about recessionary fears, and look, I'm no economist, okay? So if you want real economic news or advice, go somewhere else. But from my understanding, my limited understanding, basically, if there are recessionary fears, like if there is and I know there's a lot of aren't we in a recession? I'm not here to answer that question. But if a recession comes around, everybody's in the recession, right? And so it's not. Yeah, there are recession-proof industries. This ain't one of them. And so it's like, who's gonna buy Roku? Well, is it another company that's trying to mitigate their risk during a recession? I'm not sure that I see it. So I'd be kind of shocked if somebody bought Roku, anytime soon. That being said, here, let's bump that down. There was news a little while ago. I don't want that. Okay. There was news a little while ago that Netflix might buy Roku, or was it the other way around? Doesn't matter, honestly. It was just chum in the water for investors trying to attract people. But yeah, I don't see it. Could somebody buy Netflix? Again, I'd be really surprised. I guess it's possible, but nah, that's one of those things where that would leak. You'd hear that somebody's considering it, or that Netflix is shopping itself out for buyers. Like you'd hear about it. So I don't see it, but I could be wrong. Could I? Could I really though? All right. Any update on the HBO Max Discovery merger? I know it's going to take some time, but just seeing if you'd seen or heard anything new about this. I haven't seen anything new about it. I checked in on it earlier this week, so unless something came up more recently, that's possible. But no, there's, excuse me, and kind of like actually with similar to what we were just talking about with the chum in the water for investors. There are a lot of what we see as news is speculation. Here's what may happen. Here's what we heard from an anonymous source at this company that they're thinking about this thing. And those anonymous sources are often PR people within the company who are deliberately floating things out there. They get some friendly journalists or whatever, and they'll float something to see how people react, to see what happens if they say, if Roku was like, hey, we're thinking about buying out this or that streaming company or something. So they'll float these things out there. The HBO Max Discovery merger has been having similar things where the company comes out, the new Discovery, whatever, the guy who's heading up the whole project, he'll put little tidbits out there and he'll say, here's what we're thinking it's going to look like. Here's what we think we might do with this brand merger. And they do this to see the public reaction. What do we name it? They're going to workshop it with the public at large. They're also going to do focus groups. They're going to focus group that stuff to death. And so anyway, I guess, sorry, this is a long way of me getting around to saying, I don't think we're going to know much for a while, but we might see some more trial balloons, as they say. So, Craig is never wrong. CINW. Craig sounds right. CIAR. Neither of those are great acronyms, honestly. Isn't that an SEC violation? Nah, not if you're not trading on it. Yeah, I don't know. It's again, I'm my knowledge about these things is imperfect, but the trial balloon thing happens all the time. Why and how and who's allowed to do it and what you're allowed, like if you're allowed to trade stock, and when, and all that gets really complex. And I don't pretend to know all of it, but the trial balloons, they happen. It's a lot. Warner Brothers Plus is what they can call it. Nah, that's too clunky. I could see Warner Plus, but Warner is it's not a good word. And so this is sorry, now we're reaching back into my days as a linguist. You want something that is pleasing to see and pleasing to hear. And Warner is okay to look at, but it's terrible to try to say. Warner plus Warner Bros plus Warner plus. I don't like it. I think HBO Max is perfectly fine. And there was so much turmoil around when it was HBO, and then it was HBO Go and HBO Now, and what was the difference? And it was, they had the AT&T streaming and this and that and the other, and they finally just like cleared the table and put HBO Max down. It simplified everything. Everybody got really used to it. They chose good branding to go along with the name. And now, if you want my opinion, it would be crazy to get rid of the HBO Max name, because it is seen as like the chief competitor to Netflix. You could say that about Disney Plus. Obviously, they're bigger, but are they competing directly with Netflix? Not exactly, because it is. I mean, it's niche. It's that Disney brand. Do you like Disney stuff? And of course, then we can talk about Deadpool going on Disney Plus. But anyway, does that make sense? HBO Max is the competitor now to Netflix. And they're the ones that Netflix is looking over their shoulder at in some ways. And so I think they'd be crazy to get rid of that name. And just like, if they do a full merger of both apps and then just call it something else, that would be painful. WB Plus, but okay, interesting. I was like, but what about the channel? No, that turned into the CW back in like 2004, Craig. Okay. HBO Max Plus, HBO Max Plus Ultra, HBO Max Plus Ultra Mega, HBO Max Mega Ultra. What was it we used to say in French? Maxi Mega Giga Cool Chouette Bon. Like that, you could just put all sorts of stuff on the end of it. Okay. Warner Max. Actually, Warner. I hate that WA at the beginning. If you're going to say it over and over, Warner is an unpleasing thing to have to say. But I will say Warner Max is better than Warner Plus. Who knows? Who knows? I love it. Prime is Netflix's closest competitor. Maybe. I actually think that if we're gonna compare these services, I put HBO Max and Netflix in the same bucket. So you set them over here, and then I put Prime and Apple TV Plus in the same bucket, which sounds weird, but the reason I do that is because the business of Netflix is to produce content that you want to watch and that you will pay to watch. The business of HBO Max, exact same thing. Produce content that you want to watch, that you're willing to pay to watch. The business of Apple TV Plus is to make Apple devices stickier, meaning it's, you want to keep your Apple devices, or you want to buy another one so you get another 6 months free, of Apple TV Plus, whatever the case may be. And Prime Video is the same way. The business of Prime is to create content that makes Prime more attractive, as a whole. So, right, it comes together as a whole. They're also, it's also a vanity project for the Bezos loves Lord of the Rings and whatnot. So, anyway, Prime is Netflix's closest competitor, maybe in terms of subscriber count, but in terms of in terms of purpose, they don't quite fit in the same category. But it's a good thought. Okay. Disc Bro Plus. Love that. Let's see what else you get. Discovery BO plus. Oh boy. This is what I'm with Juan. Okay, I'm with Juan on this one. HBO Max is fine. Keep it. I actually think. So, and you guys, if you've been watching me for long enough, you've heard my take on this a million times. Even though I don't actually watch Discovery Plus, it just doesn't have the content that really appeals to me. But even with that being the case, I love it. I think it's really, really great. But I don't know if, as a streaming entity, if it has the same weight as HBO Max. I don't know. It may. I'd be interested to see if there are any studies out there on this. But frankly, I think you could just roll Discovery Plus into HBO Max and find a way to make it part of the branding or something, but you don't need to put it in the name necessarily. I think HBO Max is more valuable. Tuna classic movies. Didn't Amazon buy MGM to make their content? Kind of. I mean, yeah, kind of. I don't. Oh man, my German is so rusty, you guys. Okay, streaming to the maximum. Discovery Brothers. Oh, 8 DBO plus. There we go. All right, now we're talking. We're gonna let's merge. Okay, I think, frankly, I should be the one to be running this entire enterprise. HBO Reviews Plus. They'll hire me as both spokesman and CEO of HBO Reviews Plus. I will be, just fair warning. Okay, look, fair warning. I will be too important to talk to any of you anymore. You'll be little people at this point, and I will. Yes, I will be wealthy and important. I will own more leather-bound books. Hey, I have some leather-bound books behind me. All right. So let's call it. I didn't even notice we went over the hour mark, and then I looked up, and we're at an hour 2. I'll be having to get rid of Netflix at that point. CHTV. Yeah, there we go. CHTV. I'll go for that. You'll win Socrates will win the Mega Millions and will be laying on the beach. But that's the thing is, you'll have to rent that beach from me because I will have bought all the beaches, all of them. They'll all be mine. So you can rent it though. That's fine. That's as long if you're a good tenant, don't poop in the ocean. We'll be fine. Sylvia's very confused. I don't think Sylvia knows what's going on, and frankly, neither do I. That's why we got to cut our losses and run. Quit while we're ahead. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me while we did the where was it? The Ultimate Streaming Bundle. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, and it's always fun to get your guys' comments, see where you're at as we talk about streaming stuff. So. Fish poop in the ocean? That's right, but you don't. Enjoy yourselves. Have a good weekend, everybody. And make sure you go check out my video from this week. Give it a like. It was kind of an industry analysis thing. So if you enjoy just hearing me talk about what's going on in the industry, then you can go check that one out. Make sure you like, tell your friends, leave a review, share it on Reddit. I don't know, whatever you kids do. Yeah. Tough to know these days. All right. I'll see you guys later.